We also understand the severity of this storm and the really, really catastrophic damage that it can inflict on the coast, on the southwest coast of Florida. You are starting to see power outages across the state, but you're going to see way, way more over the next 48 hours. I mean, you're going to have millions of people without power in this state within the next 48 hours, no question. This morning, Kevin Guthrie, our director of the Florida Department of Emergency Management, has asked for additional airlift, hoists, and high water vehicles from the Department of Defense in coordination of FEMA. The SecDef has approved Florida's request for dual status of our National Guard forces under Title 10 to provide additional resources and additional forces, and we're really thankful for the fulfillment of that request. We've got about 1,200 personnel for our Florida Department of Transportation that are on standby to perform cut and toss operations. These guys can't work if they can't get to where they're going, and so that's the top priority for the Florida Department of Transportation as well as Florida Highway Patrol to clear these roads, to make sure that the bridges are safe, and to really green light these operations to get back into these communities. In Southwest Florida, this is a lesson from Irma. They have people that they're calling leave behind teams, so that when the storm passes, their job is to clear the runways and make sure that we can resume air operations as quickly as possible. There's going to be a need to bring in things like food and water via fixed wing aircraft. And so you want to have those runways up and running as soon as possible. Obviously, some of them could be underwater. I mean, it's there's going to be things that go into that, but having those folks on the ground there to do it is, I think, is going to make a big, big difference. We have 5,000 guardsmen. We have 2,000 from other states. We've got 9 Chinooks, rotary wing aircraft that are ready to respond. Of course, Jimmy Patronis has been talking about our urban search and rescue teams. 5 of them are ready to go, and they will be in that to commence rescue operations as soon as it's safe to do so. We are going to have significant rescue operations that are going to have to be done, because you have some people, not most, but you do have some people who've chosen to hunker down in some very vulnerable areas. And so that is going to be something that I know that they're keeping a very close eye on. They're going to monitor the impacts of the storm and then monitor how those folks have been able to weather it. But we anticipate, whether it's ground, water, air, all different types of ways to go in and help people. That's going to commence immediately upon this storm hitting. Pray for people. This is a major, major storm. You never want to see any storms hit, because it creates a lot of problems. But I'll tell you, the state has done a lot of storms over the past. There's some you deal with. It's never fun. It's never fun to have damage. It's never fun to see flooding. It's never fun to see power interrupted. But you kind of deal with it, and then you move forward. There's some storms that really leave an indelible impact, and we've been working with the folks up in Northwest Florida on Hurricane Michael. That was a major storm. There are obviously people that were directly impacted. We had fatalities as a result of that storm, but then you had so many other things that have happened all the way to this day that recovery goes on. This is going to be one of those historic storms, and it's going to really, shape the communities in Southwest Florida and have a profound impact on our state. So we just ask people for their thoughts and their prayers. We know there's a lot of people that want to be helpful in a variety of ways. As this goes, we'll be calling on more and more people to pitch in a variety of different capacities. Not everyone is a skilled lineman who can go in and do that. Not everyone can operate special operations to go and rescue people, but some people can volunteer. Some people can help with folks who've been displaced. And there's going to be a need for all of that as this storm goes through and as we assess the damage that has been done.